Once upon a time, there was a storyteller named Andy Offutt Irwin. Not only was he a storyteller, but he was a humorist, musician, whistler, public speaker, and educator. The Wikipedia article on him lists him as 193 centimeters tall. He is obviously, centimeter for centimeter, one of the funniest and unique storytellers in the business today. Listen on to see why I had to ask.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show as well. I'm so glad to be here.
What is the art of storytelling?
What is the art of storytelling? The art of storytelling is kind of like doing comedy, only there's long narratives, and I play in more schools and libraries than places late at night. And actually, no, kidding. Storytelling is what we've all done when we gather around and we try to learn new things, and sometimes we tell a story when we try to learn new things, and that's important. Don't you think it's important? You can talk
Yes.
to. Yeah, I want you to talk to. Yeah, so I think it's important. Of course, you're going to say yes. What are you going to say? You're interviewing me. But we go around. Those of us who are storytellers, this is the business of storytelling. We go into festivals and theaters, like the theater that you just heard me play, and we tell stories and try to create the pictures in the people's minds. And everybody sees something different. So the relationship between the storyteller and the audience member is pretty special, because I don't know what you're seeing, but it's not even my business. Whatever you see, however you see it, I really like that. I'm intrigued by that kind of theater.
You have won many awards. Which one are you the most proud of?
I'm going to receive in August the Circle of Excellence Award from the National Storytelling Network, which either means that I'm good or I'm old. So one of those. But I'm proud of that. And I'm proud I'm proud of my Sammy Clark Award from Emory University for exemplary teaching. That was a big surprise. It's not like when you have a CD. Nobody knows this, but if you win a Grammy or something, you have to submit. But when they really just pop something at you from the people that you know, that one's really special. So that one's really big.
You've had many different jobs. Which one was your favorite and why?
I love directing theater, and I love directing college theater, and I took a few weeks, well, not really too many weeks, off the road and directed a play back in the fall, and I do enjoy that. I love getting to and I get to sleep late, because when you direct theater in college, you don't have to show up till around 6 o'clock. So I like that job a lot.
Did you have a least favorite job?
Yes. It's not interesting. That's why I was a deputy voter registrar in my county when I was 17 years old. It was miserable. I had to go door to door and ask people if they were registered to vote. It's miserable because somebody had lost the records and everybody got mad and thought I was up to no good.
How did your childhood inspire you to do what you do now?
Wow. You're kids, basically. So that's why I say, you remember when I said savor during the show? I always tell kids to savor. If you're savoring your childhood, you'll remember it when you're an adult. And I really was active at remembering what was going on and sort of intrigued by the fact that I wasn't a grown-up yet, that I was still a kid. Isn't that weird that I'm a kid? So do you ever think that? I really did. You don't think that. You're too smart. But anyway, it was so your childhood is such an intense period of, I'm going to call it 15 years. There's no other part of your life like that, because everything keeps growing and it keeps new. And when you're in, say, the 7th grade and you look at a bunch of 5th graders, you're older than they are. And you can spot it, right? You can, yeah. I mean, you can say it. But if you're 55 and you're around a bunch of 51-year-olds, you don't know how old those people are. It's a different intensity. So I draw a lot of inspiration from childhood. And I like to tell children what my childhood was like. Not to tell them that it was different, but that they'll hear that I had experiences that were different, but they were still new to me, and maybe they'll relate to that. And I don't know. Quick answer, I don't know.
What message would you like to give our listeners?
Savor. That was it, what I said. Yeah, I want you to savor all of your life. And everybody yells at kids to pay attention, but the older I get, the more I know that paying attention is the trick to really enjoying things. And So pay attention and savor. But I don't mean it in the grown-up, pay attention! I mean it in the, look at what's going on and be amazed and enjoy it.
Thanks for being on the show.
You are welcome for my being on the show, and thank you for coming to my show. And thanks for sticking that little thing in my face and asking me questions.
You're welcome.
If you want some side-splitting laughs, you should visit his website at www.andyirwin.com, and you can see why I had to ask. The end.